Welcome to the Militia Gaming Community Channel. I'm Trigger Militia, and today I will be talking in depth about how to use Pathfinder in Apex Legends, specifically on Xbox One. Before we get into the video, I wanted to mention if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this. Be sure to turn on notifications as well to be automatically entered in all my future giveaways. And also, stay tuned to the end of the video where I will be sharing with you 5 Pathfinder pro tips. Alright, let's go! First, let's talk about the different legend archetypes. Much like Overwatch, Apex Legends has 4 different types of legends: offensive, defensive, support, and tracking. Pathfinder is a support legend. His abilities are designed to be complementary and supportive to the other legends, which is why it's no surprise that his passive and ultimate abilities are something that everyone on the squad can use once they're activated. Let's start with Pathfinder's passive ability, Insider Knowledge. Insider Knowledge gives Pathfinder the ability to see where the next circle will be. Usually, a passive ability works on its own without the player having to do much, but in Pathfinder's case, you will actually need to do a tiny bit of work in order to use his ability. There are 10 scannable beacons spread across the map, and only Pathfinder can see them. They are generally in a tough-to-reach location on top of a building, something like that. Get to one of these beacons and press and hold the X button until the animation is complete and the next circle is revealed to you and your squad mates. If you let the X button go prematurely, you will need to start the process over and hold it for the duration of the animation. You'll know it's done because you'll hear a loud. If you pull out your map, you will now notice a smaller green circle inside the gray one. The gray one is the current safe zone, and the green one is the next safe zone. Again, this will be visible for your whole squad. Scanning a beacon can be super powerful, but it will leave you very vulnerable for a few seconds in a very visible location. Make sure to clear out an area before attempting to scan a beacon, otherwise you could be easily attacked. Alright, let's move on to Pathfinder's tactical ability, his Grappling Hook. The Grappling Hook is used by aiming at where you would like to grapple, then pressing the left bumper or LB button. You can grapple to the top of almost anything, but your grapple does have a 20-meter range. If the object you're trying to grapple to is farther than 20 meters away, the grapple will not hook, but it will also not count as a use, so you can immediately try to use it again on something closer. This ability is useful in all kinds of ways, and because its cooldown is only 14 seconds, you can literally use it all game. Pathfinder's grapple makes him the most agile and mobile legend in the game. It can get you out of tough situations, help you flank or close the distance on enemies, or get you onto high ground, or even help you travel faster to avoid the circle. This is definitely one of my favorite tactical abilities in the game. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about Pathfinder's ultimate ability, the Zipline Gun. Pathfinder's Zipline Gun shoots a zipline that all players can use. It has a very fast charge rate of 90 seconds and can be shot up to 130 meters away. This ability can get your entire squad across the map in seconds. It's great for getting out of tough situations where you need to change your map positioning. To use it, tap the left and right bumpers at the same time. Then choose a location or object that is less than 130 meters away and pull the right trigger. This will fire a zipline and make it active for all players. This includes enemies, so be careful not to fire it into where an enemy is unless you want to give them the ability to travel to you fast. To use it, you will aim at the yellow zipline until you see the prompt. Press the X button. You will immediately begin traveling along the zipline in the direction you were facing. You can exit the zipline ride at any time by pressing A, and you can aim and shoot while riding along, although it's pretty hard to hit an enemy like that. Alright, that's all I've got for the basics of Pathfinder. Thanks again for watching, but before I go, I did promise 5 pro tips for Pathfinder, so here they are. Pro tip number 1. You are only allowed to see one circle in advance. In order to scan another beacon, you cannot have a green circle on your map, so plan your scans so that you can reveal another circle towards the end of the game. Knowing where you will need to be gives your squad a huge tactical advantage, and a head start for map positioning, which is so important in the final circles. Pro tip number 2. Your grapple can throw you forward quite a bit. While running forward, aim at the ground in front of you and press the left bumper, then immediately press A to jump. Continue holding your left analog stick forward. You will notice the grapple will throw you forward and slightly into the air. This will take some practice as it does require some coordination. Pro tip number 3. Use your grapple to swing. The way the game was designed, your grapple pulls you toward where it is hooked, but you still have the ability to control the direction your player is facing and moving. So, while moving in a certain direction, you can grapple a pole or a building corner and then turn away from that object and hold forward on the analog stick to basically swing around it. Pro tip number 4. Use your zipline gun to help squad mates reunite with the squad, especially if they are getting shot at and are not nearby. Let's say one of your squad mates is in a gunfight and you can't help them because you're too far away. Shoot your zipline down close to them to provide them a quick way out of the situation, or to provide you a quick way into the situation and to help them fight off nearby enemies. This has saved my squad many times in the heat of battle. And finally, pro tip number 5. Combine your abilities to gain ultimate tactical advantage towards the end of the game. Scan a beacon to find out where the next circle will be, then shoot a zipline into that new circle to get your whole squad there, and then immediately use your grappling hook to get on top of a nearby building or cliff to scout the area for the remaining teams. This is one of the best ways to get your squad in the best possible tactical position at the end of the game. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Trigger out.
You are the Apex Champions.